So here we go. Right now, we should continue the remove blob async that we have left from the previous session. So right now, to implement that, this function is going to be very easy. So the first thing, as usual, we need to get the container that we are dealing with. So I will say var container equals blob service client dot get blob container client, and we pass the container name just like that. We don't need to call the create if not exists async because right now we are just removing, so we will make sure that we have uploaded something before. And then we should get the blob name. So basically when we pass the blob name, we are going to pass, let's say, the full URL of the blob, like the same way we retrieve it here in the save async. So I will say blob client equals container dot get blob client. And because we have the full URL, we just need the last part of that. So I'm going to use path.get file name. That will pass the blob name just like that. So this one will give me just the final part of this. And simply, I can say blob client that remove delete async, sorry. Delete if exists async, which is, this one is much better. And this is it. That's pretty simple. What we need, okay, sorry for that. I think we have this one. So let me just go ahead and do like that. So this is pretty simple, as you can see. And just like dealing exactly with the file system, but right now it's even simpler. So the last thing that we should implement is the get protected URL. So this one is as well another easy function that we can implement, as we have seen in the previous video, how we can get the shared access signature from the Azure storage, or we can do the same from the Azure storage account. But right now we will see how to do that from C#. So again, I'm going to take this and I'll paste that here. So this one is the container, I'll put it here. Or yeah, let me keep them unified. So I'll call this one container name. So just like that. Then again, I will make a blob client equals container dot get blob client blob, and again path dot get file name from the blob. So what we need to do right now is to say var token equals blob client dot get or generate SAS Uri, generate SAS Uri, sorry for that. And we can pass here permissions. Blob SAS permissions dot read. We need just this one to read. And the datetime offset, I'm going to say datetime offset dot UTC now dot, basically this one I'm going to say add minutes, and it will be 5 minutes, and then it's going to be expire after those 5 minutes. Or yeah, sorry for that, we already have the expiry date here, so let's just add it here. And this one is not date time, it's date time offset. So this one is, like we can say, more precise offset. Okay, this is great. Right now we have this URI as the URL of the new token. So we can say return token with absolute URI. In this case, this one will give us the full token and associated with so the full URL in addition, or associated with the SAS token that will allows us to install this one for let's say 5 minutes or whatever we'll path this. So right now, this is all what we need to do for Azure Blob storage. This service, we are going to use this across all our application whenever we need to deal with the attachments. And the last thing to do is, let's go ahead and isolate this one in a separated file. Okay, this is cool. And now let me go to the API service extensions, and I'll say public static void register Azure storage, or I'm going to put a function here called infrastructure. services. So here I will register all the services like the Azure storage, in the future like the emails and so on. Storage service, Azure storage, okay, what it's called, I forget its name. Azure Blob storage service, just like that. So now other step, go to startup.cs, and here type services dot register infrastructure services, or better to have a unified name for this. I don't know why I changed that. Add infrastructure services. So that's great. Right now in the next video we are going to test that by creating, if we go to the services, user profile service, right now we will have a new endpoint. It's going to be called edit profile picture. So just in case, because you know the only data that we have right now for the business profile is just the picture or the type of the business profile, or whether it's a business profile or a user. So we'll implement edit picture. So in this case we can test what's happening and see if there is any error or something. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and you got all the points out of the Azure Blob storage and for all our needs within this project, and you are able right now to enable or to use this in your own projects. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button, and see you in the next video.